My praise is strong, joy overflowing, more than a song. I'm celebrating in the midst of my enemies. I'll praise. In the midst of my enemies, I'll praise, I'll praise. And so I put on my dancing shoes. There's no way that I can lose. I'll be the last one standing. I'll be the last one standing. Welcome, friends, and welcome back to Conservation versus Society, a soft space for stories, science, and faith for a changing planet. As you settle in, I want you to imagine the ground beneath your feet, not the surface you see, but the deep layers below. Layers that have been forming, shifting, cooling, and transforming for millions of years. The earth is always working, always shaping, always creating. But it works slowly. So slowly that we often forget that change is happening at all. Today, we explore how rocks are made through fire, through pressure, through time, and through transformation. As we learn about the earth, we also learn something about ourselves. Let's take a slow breath and begin. My name is Shaya, and I'm grateful to learn with you today. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, thank you for being a part of this growing space. This podcast, it blends story, science, and faith in a soft, simple way that honors curiosity, that honors the heart, and it honors knowledge, the will to learn. Today's story is about a mountain that remembers how rocks are made. The mountain that remembered. In a quiet valley surrounded by tall cliffs, there stood an old mountain named A. A had watched the world change for thousands of years. Storms, seasons, rivers, forests, they all shift around him. He had seen lightning carve the sky. He had seen rivers carve the land. He's seen trees rise and trees fall. He's seen different generations of animals, those who come and those who go. But A, he never moved. He stood steady, silent, and full of memory. One day, a young traveler named Mira, she climbed the mountain's lower path. She carried a notebook, a small hammer, and a heart full of questions. See, Mira, well, she had always loved the rocks, their colors, their textures, their quiet strength, but she didn't understand. She always questioned, how were they made? When she reached a flat ledge, she placed her hand on a warm stone, and she whispered, "How are you made?" To her surprise, the mountain answered, not with a loud voice, but with a deep, steady hum that felt like the earth itself was speaking. "I remember," Arrow said. "I remember how rocks are born." Mira was at first confused. She was shocked, but she sat down. Her eyes were wide, but she was ready to listen. "I was born from fire," the mountain said. "Long ago, I was molten rock, magma really, deep beneath the earth. And when the fire cooled, I became solid stone." Mira touched a dark, speckled rock beside her. "Igneous?" she whispered. Arrow continued, "But not all rocks are born from fire. You know, some are built from pieces. Sand, shells, dust, tiny fragments carried by wind and water. They settled in layers, pressed together over time." Mira picked up a layered stone. "Sedimentary," she said softly. She was confident in that one. "And some rocks," A said, "are changed. Heat and pressure, it reshapes them deep underground. They become something new, stronger, banded, transformed." Mira held a smooth, striped stone. "Metamorphic," she whispered. The mountain hummed. "All rocks move through change. Fire becomes stone. Stone becomes fragments. Fragments become layers. Layers become new stone. This is the cycle. Slow, patient, and full of surprise and purpose." Mira, she closed her book. She placed her hand on the mountain, and she spoke. "Thank you. You remember so much." A replied, "The earth remembers everything." The story A told Mira matches what geologists call the rock cycle.
And I say geotologist, but it's probably not even pronounced that, so don't quote me, but I will. I will find it. Let me give you the proper name.
Geotologist.
Wow. If you know me in real life, you know
This is how I talk. The word will be right there, and Lord and behold, I'm saying something completely out of proportion. So let's take this quick moment to just reflect while I find the proper pronunciation. Geologist. What? You're gonna have to help me with that, cause what?
Geologist.
Oh, look at that! I did it right. Geologist. It really is pronounced geologist. Well, we learned something new together. That is just wonderful. But the story A told Maria. I said Maria. Oh man, we tired. I love whenever I do these podcasts. It's a relaxing thing. I'm talking to you and it's relaxing. I'm relaxed. But the story A told Mira matches what geologists call the rock cycle, a natural process that forms, breaks down, and reforms rock over time. Igneous rocks, which are born from fire, form when magma or lava cools and solidifies. Examples of these are granite and basalt. Sedimentary rocks are built from pieces, form when sand, shells, minerals, or organic fragments are compacted and cemented together. Examples of these are sandstone, limestone, and shale. Metamorphic rocks, which are changed by pressure, they are formed when existing rocks are changed by heat and pressure deep underground. Examples are marble, slate, and gneiss. The rock cycle shows that everything changes, whether it's organic or non-organic, because rocks transform through different things: melting, cooling, erosion, compaction, heat and pressure, uplift, and weathering. This cycle is slow, it's steady, and it's always moving. But listen, it's always happening. If you are watching it as a video, there will be a couple of images of rocks and their rocks and their names, just so that you can have a visual idea of what some of these rocks look like. Because a lot of us had these rocks, or we see these rocks every day, and you don't know that they've been through change. People collect rocks just because they're gorgeous. They have pretty patterns. Some people turn them into pendants. They're just beautiful. So, if you wanna take a look, here they are. I will dedicate 1 minute on the screen for every image. But while these images are here, a story and the science behind it, it reminds us that change is natural and transformation takes time. Have you ever felt like you were melting under pressure, only to cool into something stronger? Have you ever felt like life broke you into pieces, yet those pieces became something new? Have you ever felt changed by heat, by pressure, by time, in ways you didn't even expect? And who would have thought that something that's not organic, like rocks, can teach us. It teaches us that nothing stays the same forever, and that every stage has purpose. I want you to stop what you're doing if it's something you can't stop from. If not, it's okay, just listen. And I want you to take a moment with me. Just breathe. You've been carrying so much, and maybe you haven't heard this in a while, but you're doing better than you think. You're trying, you're learning, you're growing. Even on days where it feels slow and you don't know what you're doing, you don't know how you're doing, just know you can do this. You can take the next step. You can keep going. You can become who you're meant to be. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are not forgotten. You are not going the wrong way. You're on your way. And if no one's ever told you this, then let me be the first. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for being here. I'm proud of you for listening. I'm proud of you for learning. And you're choosing growth. Some of us never hear it every day, and we might lack the feeling of knowing you are worthy, you are loved, you are not a failure. You're doing it, and you're doing it on your own time, in your own path, and it's okay. Just keep going, keep believing. And I want us to keep going together. I want this to be a place where you can listen and you can say, I got this. I am this. You put it in the air. Nothing can stop me. Nothing will stop me. Any weapons formed against me shall not prosper. You put it out there, you say it. And you just know that I'm proud of you. And I'm glad you're doing it. Our Bible segment, or our Bible verse for today, is Isaiah 26:4. And it is, trust in the Lord forever, for the Lord is the rock eternal. This verse reminds us that even as the earth changes, God remains steady. He's a foundation beneath our feet, just like A was beneath Maria's. And as the song says, I'm going to, upon this rock, I'm gonna build my church. The song says it. God builds his church on a rock. And just know that your rock, it might not be a physical rock, but your rock is there, and it's just up to you for you to build your church upon it. Before we close, I want to say thank you, because you are the real supporters of this podcast. Every time you like, comment, or share, you help this show grow. You help more people find these stories. and you help build the space. And it's not just about finding these stories, it's about finding a place to feel wanted. Finding a place that you can feel included, even if you're not here beside me. I want you to feel like you're included. We are building our journey to 1,000 followers, and I'm so happy if you are a follower. Thank you for us. Thank you for us. Yes, thank you for us, because you are a part of this podcast by listening. You are a part of this conversation by listening. And if you're new and you never followed and you're debating it, it's okay. Don't be shy. You can listen to another one and see if it's for you. If it's not, that's okay. You can also find us on our social media pages under AVAF. And we don't just do inspirational things. We do community activities where we go out to places in Africa. Rather, it's Cameroon based. It can be based in other districts, other countries. And we try to grow. We try to educate and grow so that we can change. We can change the faith that we have on Mother Earth. And if you want to go deeper, there will be other ways to connect and to support. As we end today's episode, I invite you to picture the mountain. Rather, you want to name your mountain A, Arrow, Area, Moria. Just picture a mountain. They're steady, ancient, and it's full of memory. May you trust your own process. May you honor the slow work that's inside you. And may you remember that change is part of becoming. Thank you for being here. This is Conservation versus Society. Stories of Science and Faith for a Change in Planning.